Welcome. Today we'll be reviewing the Cellars Pinot Noir from California. My name is David Hunter. I'm the Director of Content and Education with Two-Ton Selection. First, let's start off by looking at the label. So Cellars, and it says down here, Pinot Noir from California. And on the other corner here, family-grown estates. So this is family-grown vineyards and multi-generational vineyards. This is the 2020 vintage, which we'll be reviewing today. Nice classic label, very traditional. I really like the look of it. So let's cover some topics of the wine. This is a top quality Pinot Noir. It's made from two specific single vineyards. So these, again, are farmed by multi-generational family-owned estates. And they're sustainably farmed and very environmentally friendly in their agricultural processes. So the farming as well as the manufacturing and making of the wine. I'll show a map here. This is of Mendocino County, which is north of Sonoma and Napa Valley. So directly north of Sonoma in Northern California is the AVA, the appellation of Mendocino. So that's where the first vineyard and half of the grapes for the Cellars Pinot Noir come from. So they come, I have a little arrow here, you can see exactly where. But this is a single vineyard. It's located at the upper edge of the Russian River Valley. So this is the same Russian River Valley famous in Sonoma. It extends north into Mendocino, and the vineyard here is situated right on the banks of the Russian River. So these vineyards here are 100% organically grown on sandy loam soils, which is ideal for the propagation and growing of Pinot Noir. And have a image here of the Mendocino vineyards. Let's move on to Lodi. So Lodi is a bit further south. This is the second source, the second single vineyard site for Cellars. And as you see on the map here, it's really due east, slightly northeast of San Francisco. So as you're heading to the Sierra foothills, you have Lodi, which is known as being a bit warmer. But here you have nice cool breezes from the Sacramento River Delta. You could see the river going past San Francisco and into the hills and the foothills there. And so that's where this vineyard is located. So it's a bit warmer there, but you have those cooling breezes, so it helps balance everything out. Have an image of some of the grapes here, the Pinot Noir grapes. Cellars is 100% Pinot Noir. Let's talk a bit about the vinification. So both vineyards here are farmed and harvested separately, and then they're fermented separately. So each is fermented separately. They use pump over, so they take the juice from the bottom of the tank, they pump it over the top to gain additional extraction and flavors and complexity out of the wine. After fermentation is complete, they press it and they allow the wine to go through full malolactic fermentation. If you're not familiar with malolactic fermentation, it's a second process that helps soften and round out the wine. It gives it a lot of velvety texture and adds to kind of a silky creaminess to the wine. From there, the wine is aged partially in French oak barrels. This gives it additional complexity as well as some spice and some other subtle nuances. So it is aged in French oak barrels. The two final wines from each vineyard are then brought together and blended together. This is probably the most complicated process because you want to make sure everything is balanced, but it's also beneficial because you have a bit fruitier, richer wines coming from Lodi and a bit cooler wines with a bit more acidity out of Mendocino. And so you blend these together and you have a greatly balanced Pinot Noir. So you have the best of both worlds here. And it really gives you just an elegant sophistication. So after the wines are blended, it goes through a light filtration and then it's bottled. So let's go ahead and review the wine. Again, we'll take a quick look at the label. Cellars 2020, 100% Pinot Noir from California. Color looks very traditional, that nice garnet brick color. Very fruity, fresh aromas. Strawberry, raspberry, a bit of a smoky spice. Maybe a bit of baking spice on there. So very round, balanced, deep flavors. So you had those cherries and those raspberries, but then it almost goes into, starts out more bright and fresh and crisp, and then develops more into a bit more richness and more of a black cherry and a darker cherry on the finish. Really great fruitiness, very elegant and balanced, and soft velvety tannins. So not too astringent or bitter here, nice and round and user-friendly. This wine is very food-friendly, so perfect with, my favorite would be salmon, grilled salmon, baked salmon, poached salmon. Pinot Noir, especially from California, pairs perfectly almost every time, but also great with a lot of other dishes. Duck, roasted pork, chicken, grilled vegetables, goat cheese, mushroom risotto, a whole range of dishes. It's very food friendly. Let's review a few of the final talking points. So this is family owned and operated estates and vineyards. It's sustainably farmed and produced. It's made from 100% Pinot Noir, blended from 2 single vineyard sites. It's excellent price to quality ratio. So very, very good bang for your buck here. Again, excellent as a food pairing wine, but also great as an aperitif. Great just having a glass of wine with a friend or at a party. So you don't necessarily need food because it has that nice round fruity aromas and texture, but it has the acidity and a bit of tannin that'll make it very good for food pairing as well. And I always like to mention with Pinot Noir, especially California Pinot Noirs, that they make a great gift. So anybody who's looking for a gift, Cellars would be an excellent option. Any wine lover, odds are gonna love a great, well-balanced Pinot Noir like this. So thank you again for joining me today. My name is David Hunter once again. I'll leave my contact information here. Feel free to reach out to me for any additional information about this wine or any additional wines from Two Ton Selection. Thank you.